really don't feel like doing the Genshin content today. So
hey Sky, you know that's called being burnt out, right?
yeah.
The feeling's mutual, brother. And the more I think about MoLani, the more I realize that he's fucking mid and very awkward to use.
Yeah. We're just gonna talk about our experience with Natwood while playing Star Rail.
Is that it? Is that what this has turned into? We're just gonna do Star Rail content instead of Genshin content because Genshin is just kind of shit still, even though Natlin's out.
Yeah, I kind of just want to like address that in some way.
Hey, you're the boss.
It's an MoC video, but also a little channel update video, I guess.
I mean, that's perfectly fine, dude. Like, Honkai is like the perfect combination of just making you pay attention because of the content is difficult enough to actually make you pay attention, but not hard enough to actually fuck you up too badly. Anyway, that last video was bad. That shit was rough.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick to our break effect brain rot and just talk away, I guess.
Look, man, it's not our fault that break effect is basically fucking super blue.
Yeah. So.
Anywho.
Our first experience with Natwood. I guess.
Let's wait.
Locked and loaded.
In terms of story, there was still a bunch of good old Hoyo yapping.
Repay.
But there was like 2, maybe 3 good like cinematic cutscenes. And that was it.
And to clarify, to be perfectly fair, the character building is good. Like, MoLani is easily the most charming character they've introduced so far. Like, at first glance, but like the only competition I can think of is Farina. She's definitely up there. Her animations are great. Her personality is great. You get a good idea of her morality and what her values are. And her character design is good enough to justify it. We're not even going to talk about that stupid bullshit about melanin. We're going to keep that shit out the door. So don't even bring that up in the comments.
Yeah.
That said, yeah, there was a whole bunch of fucking yapping. And as always, Paimon is just summarizing shit in the most like irritating way possible because she's a fucking idiot. However, the captain showing up for what is essentially a DBZ fight was fucking fire.
There's no reason with those.
Yeah.
Also, Kachina is actually adorable, and her character and her little tournament art was actually pretty good. And this is like what, the first time outside of weekly bosses where we had a dynamic boss fight, which was nice.
I'll see you off.
It also helps that this is the first time, like, ever that we've seen a 4-star actually beat a 5-star, and it wasn't like, oh, I handed you the win. I think.
I don't know.
No. I think it is. This game has been around for 5 years, and this game is basically stagnated so much that I kind of forgot, like, some of the shit. I'm not even gonna lie about it. But the point is, like, I just realized you've been saying Sumeru instead of Natlin, dude.
Did that hurt?
Have I
Whatever.
Really?
Yes, you have. You said Sumeru twice. Anyway, the point is that Natlin, in terms of the main story, was pretty good. However, there are a couple questions with lore, mostly because, and this is technically a spoiler, but you kind of, I hope you people realize that when he announced the fucking subject.
You chose the wrong
The problem I kind of have with it is that how in the fuck does Natlin specifically have a fucking afterlife and it's not addressed anywhere else?
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of like Sumeru and his information network, but you can at least argue that was a creation of the Sumeru Archon and the Celestials, and that was their gift specifically for Sumeru. But first of all, how the fuck does the underworld actually work? Because the story, and again spoilers, the story basically goes, okay, Kakita basically died in combat and showed up in the afterworld and was stuck because of the fucking abyss. But that leads to my second question: how in the fuck does that work?
Let's play. Can you find the answer?
Was it interesting? Yeah, obviously. And let's be real, it was just a giant excuse to introduce all those fucking Natlan characters to get you excited for somebody.
Crush them.
Yeah. After all the characters were brought out, still waiting for like one person. It's not even the Pyro Archon.
I mean, the Pyro Archon is kind of interesting. I mean, that DBZ boss, that's DBZ cutscene was awesome.
Dead return.
Yeah.
And it basically confirmed that straight up, like, yeah, she's definitely Claymore. But if you know Honkai Impact 3rd, no shit. It's also kind of funny, now that I think about it, that
God damn it.
the Pyro Archon basically went to Kaneki and went like, give me your Claymore. What? Give me your fucking Claymore, bro. And basically breaks it in the fight and is never brought up.
There's no power like team power.
Oh,
That man got robbed. But jokes aside, I will say that Kakita, while absolutely adorable, kind of became the new Klee in a way. And what I mean by that is that he's adorable in game. He's adorable in the story, more formidable in the story. Kind of dog shit in gameplay. Like, it's interesting, but once you actually understand how he works, he's basically a budget albedo. My man, what the? Oh my god!
Did that hurt?
I forgot what I was talking about. You got murdered.
Yeah, good start.
Let's
Fun times. This is gonna be a good one. Anyhoodle.
Locked and loaded.
Kakita is basically a budget albedo, and the main caveat that he has over him is the simple fact that the new Natlan set, and don't get me started about the artifact sets, I'll get on that later on, but we're focusing on the story right now, and the new characters. The main thing I have against that is
Game is on. Feeling
her damage is so negligible, it's actually laughable. But at the same time, you can't build EM for a crystallized effect that's actually good, simply because he doesn't provide enough shards to make for a decent shield for protection. So it's not that good. So outside of the artifact set, he's kind of dog shit. Even more so if you have Albedo, because if you have Kuchina and you have Albedo, why the fuck aren't you just using Albedo?
Yeah.
Can you find the answer?
Now let's talk about something
Let's
else.
play for a while.
Exploring Natlan.
Okay, so you want to take your shot first or me?
What I want to say is that
I mustn't fall.
in terms of the animals you turn into to
Always
explore,
like we've entered the storm.
the only problem I have with this is that you can't sprint with them. And I hate moving slow.
I think anybody hates moving slow. That's why they introduce all the Natlan characters with vehicles or movement modes.
There's no reason with
But that's counterproductive because all the dinosaurs are slow as shit. Besides the
chose the wrong
besides the water one, which is fast in the water, which no shit.
Yeah.
Feeling
But it really doesn't make sense because they expect you to move around like that. And it really doesn't make sense that two of them are agile, but the big Geo one, I guess, the digger one, is slow because of his bulky body. That makes sense. The one that can actually has like quadrupeded legs
See you off.
and looks pretty lean, not being able to run or sprint makes no sense.
Yeah. That's the fact that the availability of finding them too. It's like, if you kill them, you just lose out on a place to turn into the animal.
Technically, they drop a marker so you can turn into it for a limited time, but that's the problem. It's for a limited time. Not only that, it doesn't like unless you remember where they are, which is apparently what the game expects you to do.
Find the answer.
You won't be able to find them, and that's annoying as hell.
Yeah.
Lend me your strength.
Especially refilling that little bar at the bottom.
Refilling the bar is a bit of a problem within itself, but there are plenty of ways of getting energy back, like grabbing specialty items, like upgrade materials and all that. Yeah, automatically gives you a little bit of that night night soul bar,
Yeah.
To guard and defend.
and that's nice, but that involves knowing where the items are. Breaking boxes have a chance of providing night soul. Killing enemies provide night soul, but that's a problem within itself because, like you or I, we're at the new level cap, and we'll get to that in a fucking second. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But
This battle is
the thing about that is,
strength.
because of the new level cap, you can't just insta-kill things unless you have a very overpowered team that you're exploring with, like say Arlecchino.
Let's play. You find the answer.
But the thing there is that if you're exploring, you're not using Arlecchino. You're using things like Cloud Retainer, Yalan, Sayu, Kachina actually, and Moalani when in the water and whatnot. You're not using characters that can just go like, oh, there's an enemy, I'm gonna murder it in 2 seconds. Because that's Clorin and Arlecchino, who don't really have movement
There's no
options
reasoning with you bunch
for long periods of time. Let me fix that before someone corrects me.
dig the little grave.
Yeah.
So it makes exploration kind of annoying. Now, let me preface that by saying exploring in Natlin is more interesting than exploring in Fontaine. I will say that.
You know what
But
I
that's
do
little-
like about what they added to Genshin?
Spiffy?
Waiting in line for a bullet.
They just straight up just put a feature that you would use a interactive map for in the game, and you can just straight up just find your ascension materials on the map.
To guard
Which,
and defend.
you know, it's fucking fantastic, but that just leads to the question, why didn't you do this years ago? You could have done this years ago, so I don't really understand it. And even then, sometimes the interactive map is better off because certain items like Ember Core flowers they don't give you the option to go find them in the map, which is fucking dumb.
Receive divinity.
It's very dumb.
Distance is time.
Yeah.
Let's play. Can you find the
And
answer?
I guess it kind of makes sense because most of the item pockets are in areas that aren't available off the rip. You have to discover them or do quest lines to unlock. But the thing is, once you unlock those areas, it should be available to collect.
Feeling spiffy?
It's just like the same. It's just like the same problem that's still around for some reason, where the notebook doesn't really update new areas for enemy spawns, which is really, 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 really goddamn
Waiting in
annoying.
line for a bullet. Time's up. I'll see you.
Along with that, artifacts. I think
I'm guessing that
the
was
update to the artifact system is nice. Genshin finally caught up with every other fucking game that they have. So Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zero.
There's no
Finally, we have a means of making the artifact that we want, and even dictate 2 substats,
Yeah.
which is fantastic.
Which would be pretty broken if we actually had it in Star Rail. Let's be real here.
It'd be busted as shit. So that's why I'm surprised it's as at the level of degree it is. But counterpoint, that's probably why free-to-play players only get like 1. Now, if you're like willing to spend money, the battle pass has been updated for 2 things that I've seen so far. One is every time you get to a 5 point in the chart, so like level 5, level 10, level 15, and so on, instead of getting like the 2 latest regions, and that's fucking it for some stupid fucking reason, it's a selection of every single region in the game and every single book in the game for that level. So like level 2 and then level like tier 2 and tier 3, which is great. What is confusing is the fact that you have to select the book you want right then and fucking there, which is fucking dumb and awkward. Because what if you got a new character and you don't know what book you want?
Take your positions.
It's an inconvenience, but overall, I'm not gonna look at gift horse in the mouth. I'm just pointing that out. But the other major thing is that, as far as I'm aware, I just noticed is that one of the levels gives another elixir, so you could dictate another item, another artifact. So free to play gets 1, and battle pass players get 2. which is nice. It wouldn't surprise me if a later event gave another, for a maximum of 2 or 3 per pack, which overall would be very generous. So I'm pretty much thinking it's going to be 1 to 2.
I feel like that elixir is pretty much only helpful for
How's this taste?
Thank you.
like my newer like characters that I roll for.
Newer characters for us and newer players in general.
Yeah.
Stay in step.
Because you and I both
Show
know
begin.
the fucking pain of farming for a goblin or sands, and that one main stat doesn't fucking show up. And when it does show up, it's like triple flats, which is fucking useless.
All will be swept
Yeah.
away by the wind.
So, either way, it's a blessing. And overall, I'm happy with what they did with Artifact, the Artifact system. Now, the new Artifact sets,
Nice like a good.
I kind of have a fucking problem.
Enjoy.
It's not because
So-
they're weak, and it's not because they're weak or anything like that. It's that it sets a bad precedent.
It ain't over.
Because only Natlan characters can fucking use it, and that drives me up a wall.
I mean,
Dreams do come
eh.
Yeah, like, it's a bad precedent, and it puts a bad taste in my mouth. Is it terrible
It's
overall?
like generalist, but also very like specific.
It's weird. It's niche, but general.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it's flat out fucking power creep if you're from Natlan. Because let's be real, there's no fucking reason, there is literally no fucking reason at all to put Hydro or HP set on Moalani. Just get the new Natlan DPS set. It is free fucking crit. 40% fucking crit rate. That's insane.
Yeah. 4 more from the Merchant set. That's for sure.
Meanwhile, the support set, ironically, and I just thought about this comparison recently. So, the new character, the Wildcat girl, the DJ,
Yeah, Zillion.
yeah,
Show
Zilla.
your cut.
She's basically a reverse Cosmo.
Locked and loaded.
Think about it. One is a Nemo, the other is Geo. One is male, the other is female. One naturally buffs damage, but you need VV to shred. And the other one does the exact fucking opposite with the new set.
Spiffy?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bring it on.
That's hilarious to me.
You'll
But
pay
on the
for
flip
this.
side,
Lend me your strength.
the new artifact sets are very, very fucking strong. And just like with Fontaine, you're basically, it's basically the general
Can you find the answer?
artifact set area
There's
that you're gonna be in
with you
for
much anymore.
basically eternity.
Those with the
Yeah.
loaded gun.
Because it's so general, right? It's just like Golden Troll. Why in the fuck would you give Fish Shield anything else but Golden Troll? Why would you give Farina anything but Golden Troll? It doesn't make sense.
Lend me your strength.
Yeah.
Waiting in line for a bullet. Bring
So-
it on.
I guess it did its job there. And, you know, I'm farming there too because
Venture the
I,
storm.
for some reason, Molani
To
just
guard
spooked
and
me on the
defend.
first 10 roll
Crush
when
them.
I beat the Archon
Eternal
quest.
sleep.
I'm probably never going to do that again, just doing a 10 roll after the Archon quest, regardless of how I feel about the banner. Because apparently, every single time I don't give a shit about the character, that's when they want to show up at my door. And it happened with Navia, it happened with Nilu, and it's happening now with Molani.
Like that, huh?
I think that's it for Artifact. Pop, is there anything else you want to talk about that?
Kind of did want to use this video as like a
Lend me your strength.
addressing the
stand
giant
still.
elephant in the room, I guess, so to say,
Let's do it.
which is
There's your reward.
content, or just like me making content in Genshin
Those with the loaded gun.
in terms of Spiral Abyss and this Imaginarium Theater.
Whatever the fuck that is,
Let's
because I
play
refuse to
for a
call it in.
Feeling spiffy?
Because starting to get the impression of I'm using the same teams over and over again just because they're the best units in my like account that I don't have to like worry about any challenge or whatever the fuck. And just like,
Yeah.
I just think that's starting to get fucking boring for me,
We've
and
entered the storm.
I'm gonna assume for the viewers as
Guard and
well.
defend.
Although we made it a pretty fun podcast last time we did the Abyss. I don't like this
Lend me
video.
your strength.
Yeah,
Let's duel.
just
There's your reward.
I'm starting to feel like it's gonna be the same thing with this for Star Rail, I guess, because
Can you find the answer?
pretty much made 2 teams that are just gonna be for like MoC and Apocalyptic Shadow. It's just
There's
Your best teams every
Boot
single
Hill
time.
and Firefly.
ridiculous grave.
I
Is
mean,
the occasional like random team that suits like the need of the element, but
Feeling
if I can brute force it with just those 2 teams, then I'll just go for it and just not
Lend
think.
me your strength.
yeah, but like to be fair, even with the last video, you got your ass clapped a lot. You got murked.
Yeah, it's like Fear Phase is like the only exception because it's the one where you gotta think outside the box to go through like waves of enemies.
But that's good. It
Yeah.
actually challenges you. You can't say that with Genshin.
With those with a loaded gun.
You
Yeah.
definitely can't say that with the Imaginarium Theater. I can say that. I can't say that with Imaginarium Theater. I used bullshit this rotation, and I won without a fucking scratch. All stars. No one gives a fuck.
I'm guessing that was eternal sleep. The dead return.
Yeah.
And that's the real fucking issue here.
I'll see you all.
Genshin is fucking boring. He doesn't want to keep doing randomizers. But at the same time, he doesn't want to keep, he doesn't want to keep spanking the Abyss with his busted-ass new Valette
For a while.
and Arlecchino, honestly.
Feeling spiffy.
Because
Waiting
that's
for a bullet.
not content. It's not.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So, that's the fucking elephant in the room, and
Let's
the
play.
thing is,
You find the answer.
how do we address it and how do we
You'll
solve it?
pay for this. Lend me your
That is the
strength.
$1,000,000 question, huh?
You stand still.
Well, I mean, you could do another season of randomizer.
What would be different?
Let's do it.
That's a good question, isn't it? But there's also like
with those with the loaded
challenging yourself
ridiculous
for
grave. You chose
different
the wrong
methods.
enemy.
Like, I don't know, indulging in the abyss, in the abyssal
I
mode,
mustn't fall.
or indulging
Suppress.
in actively going against what is obviously being suggested.
I'll go easy this time.
Like what I've been doing every other video?
There's your reward.
Nah, sort of, not really. I mean, like being that dumbass. Oh, there's a whole bunch of pyromagus. Fuck that. I'm using vaporize Arlecchino.
Lend
Fuck
me
you.
your strength.
Bring it on.
Hell, I've done it. Shit was funny.
Return.
Well, as funny as it can be, it's
We've entered
fiction
the
at the end
storm.
of the day. And you know, if there's anything I can look forward to in terms of the abyss
Time's up.
now, is because
I'll see you
Natlin
off.
is here, which means new region, new abyss, all new abyss. So not floors 8, 9, and 10 are going to be different,
There's no
Yeah.
reason with those with the loaded gun.
and that'll be interesting.
Ridiculous
But
grave.
Lend me your strength.
I'm pretty goddamn certain
Oh, shit.
that
Oh, well.
Natlin DPSs at the least are gonna be kind of fucking awful.
Name of preservation.
Maybe even dog shit.
Let's
But that's because they
play.
can't use their
You
night
find the
soul
answer.
mechanic that well. At least from what I've tested.
still.
I've been using Molani and Kachina. And
This
Kachina
battle
feels
is
like
unavoidable.
shit,
Lend
and
me your
Molani
strength.
feels really
Line for a
fucking
Time's
awful.
up.
On the flip
There's
side,
no
she's
reason-
basically the reason my
Those ridiculous
day is no longer catching webs anymore, because burning is actually really nice.
You chose the.
Still yet to comprehend how using burning to you do other reactions.
Lend me your strength.
Okay, so here's how burning works, right?
Time's up.
Burning
We've entered the storm.
constantly burns
Guard
the
and
target
defend.
by lighting them
Crush
ablaze
them.
after smothering them
Let's
with
play for a while.
leaves, essentially.
I'll see you.
Combustible
Eternal
compost.
sleep. The dead return.
But the way it works is that for the most part, while burning,
Let's duel.
the game treats them as if they're imbued with pyro. And even after burning ends, it leaves them on Pyro, not Dendro. Meaning a character like Molani can easily bait out a bait. It's the same way Melt Ganyu works with Dea. You apply Dendro with like someone like Nahida or Emily. Apply Pyro with like most likely Dea or Zhangli. And you stay back with Ganyu and take your shot.
In the mood for another beating?
Burning is like the one.
I did get her from the free 5-star thing.
Yeah, like Dea.
Let's improvise.
Sky finally got Dea from the free 5-star. And if anybody cares, I also got Dea because I have C1 already, so I got C2 to lengthen her E dury to make her a better support. Also, the sooner she gets C6, the sooner she stops being dog shit.
Bro.
The mood is set.
Look, man, it's not my fault. Like, they made her fucking actual trash.
That's all you got?
Hot trash, but still trash.
You said it.
Hey, look, it's true. If anyone can argue against that, be my guest. But there's like 2 criteria there. You can't use her fucking limited 5-star weapon because no one can get it now. And if they're fucking C3, C4 and above, you can go fuck yourself because that shit ain't realistic. Unless you're either A, that super fucking unlucky, or B, you're just working for Hoyo.
Executing annihilation. Calculating result.
Take your positions.
Okay.
But yeah, like, burning is like one of the 2 ways that Molani works. The other way is
Grace and elegance, eternal.
In the mood
using
for another beating?
well, double hydro
Stay in step.
or crystallize,
The mood
just
is
to
set.
make sure
Let
that
the
you
show
stay,
begin.
that you don't burn. But the most popular team that I've seen is burning in some regard. So my team that I use is Molani, Dea, Nahida, and Zhongli.
Every petal,
And the reason for that is for twofold. One, I'm still trying to get pieces for Cheetah for the new support set, and then I'm going to replace her with Zhongli. Maybe. Like I said before, Kikina is kind of bad. He doesn't really do that. He doesn't really do damage. You wouldn't want to build crit because there's no real justification for it, unless you're very stubborn about DPS. And her Crystallize isn't good at all because you wouldn't want to build EM. And he doesn't actually build EM, and you want to build defense on it. So, overall, she's just kind of shit.
Take your positions.
But
Dreams
the
do
utility
come true.
and the fact that you do get a
Some
shield
value.
period means 2 things. One, there's a little bit of protection, and 2, you get a little bit more interruption resistance, so you don't get thrown off your shark and ruin your entire rotation.
Yes.
Last
What else
game.
can we talk about while we're still here?
Oh, right. We didn't talk about the new bounty system. The new bounty system is actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
The new bounty system is actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot more convenient, I'd say.
It's a lot more convenient, and it's pretty much what they should have done in the first place. The only issue, well, it's not an issue, it's just a disappointment, is the simple fact that the only thing you can get that's of true worth, is a treasure chest compass, and that's only if you max out the relationship value in the 3 available tribes out of the 6 in total in Natlan, which is annoying, but I get it.
Yeah.
Natlan itself is fine. Exploring
Sound
is
lingers.
Type 4.
better than fun.
Activate.
And the bosses. The chicken boss is a fucking joke. It's not as much of a joke as the mushroom bird. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other boss is kind of an asshole.
I haven't fought him yet.
You have no reason to. You don't have Molani, bro.
Yep.
Rhythm get messed up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now. The boss arena is basically separated from
Show begin.
everything else, and you have to fly towards it. Similar to the Ruined Snake. But because of that, because you're flying over, it basically lands
Every petal,
and aggroes on you as you're approaching it. and there's a decent chance that it will charge you the moment you land and might possibly try to knock you off the field, which can't kill you. I was unlucky enough to almost have that happen to me. Thank God my reactions were good enough, but I did do that shit with IR.
Stay in step.
It's also another boss that likes to fly.
Some value, I suppose.
I haven't seen his full moveset because, well, I'm endgame, basically, and I have broken shit. Like Nuvolette, Arlecchino, both with their weapons.
Type 4 in position.
So, challenge is kind of a foreign concept to me in overworld. The only time I've had trouble is the new hidden enemies, the hidden super bosses. And oh, we didn't talk about that. Fuck those 3 Tuies. Holy shit, those 3 are assholes. If you don't know, there's a boss of 3 harbingers, 3 scrimmagers hanging out on
Let's
the
improvise.
upper left portion of
An
Natlan,
elegance.
and they all work together. There's a fire one, an ice one, and an electro one.
Oh, well.
The trick is if you kill one, the other 2 get, the remaining ones get stronger. And also, when they die, they give a fucking burst effect. Like, for instance, the ice one just sends out a fucking powerful blizzard that can potentially just murder the shit out of you in seconds.
Dreams do come true.
If you don't get the fuck
There's
out
more
of
to
the way.
life. Eternal.
And the electro one basically serves as a grenade. It can essentially one-shot. It one-shot Sky through his Zhongli shield. I shit you not.
Yeah.
Let's improvise.
Some value, I suppose.
So that shit was annoying.
Every petal
Sky saw
always
me
swept away
get
by
clapped
the
on it when I
wind.
was just grabbing the Pyraculus. And just said, oh, that's cool, a hidden boss. I'm gonna go kill it, and then got clapped 3 times.
Indulge yourselves!
I kinda wish you recorded it, because that shit was funny. But if you wanna go fight him yourself, go ahead.
To ashes!
Yeah.
I would just highly recommend you bring some means of breaking shields and be ready to run when they're close to dying.
This is more sex.
Yeah.
Overall,
Dreams do come true.
Natlan's not bad. Is it the patch that's going to save Genshin Impact? No, not at all.
Not to the extent that a lot of the community would like to think, but it'll
Better surrender while you
add
It's
some
not
life.
bad.
Let's wait.
It's not bad.
Loaded.
It's definitely not bad. There are other things that I could talk about. There are things that I dislike about it, like how World Quest and Bounty Quest are. While they're voiced, they are literally nothing burgers. No shit. There are like 3 quest lines where it's literally go to a place, talk to a person. That's the quest. What the fuck?
Yeah, they really were trying to like emulate like Zenless Zone Zero pacing with like their agent stories.
But the problem there is the simple fact that
Those with a loaded gun.
agent stories aren't nearly as long. And also there's a fucking skip button.
Waiting in line for a bullet.
Yeah.
Let's duel.
You can also replay it whenever you fucking want. So it's not the
You
same, so I
chose
don't
the
know why
wrong
they're
enemy.
trying to emulate it. There's also the problem that a lot of them don't amount to fucking anything.
trouble. We've entered the swamp.
Also, though, strangely enough, Molani technically has 3 fucking character quests in this one patch. And that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Bring it
He
on.
got a shitload of character development, and it's actually disgusting.
Let's play. Can you find the answer?
They
I mean, don't get me wrong.
They want to sell the 5.0 characters hard.
Lend me your
I mean, to be fair, as someone who has Molani, her animations are top tier. They're fantastic. There's a lot of personality. She has more personality in her movements than any other character, bar none. She's like the only other She's like the only character in the game with a plunge attack that's unique,
Those who dig their own grave.
which is crazy to me, or at least Catalyst.
Underestimated you.
Yeah.
Unique charge attack animation, unique auto string, unique movement, unique movement option, and a unique means of doing damage. We've never had a backloaded vapor. No, I'm not gonna lie about it because technically speaking, the first backloaded vaporized character is unironically Mona. It's just that
I underestimated
unlike Mona, you have a valid use of using Molani. A lot of people are trying to say that he is as good as Duvalette, and I'm gonna have to say fucking cap.
Yeah.
Is she good? Does she do good numbers? Yeah, she does big nuke numbers if the vaporize works. But the problem is the current cast doesn't really accommodate for her that much because Pyro, off-field Pyro is a fucking meme.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, it's kind of a fucking meme. The only 3 characters I can think of that are Pyro and do off-field Pyro damage, 4 actually. Dea, which is the best option. Jangling, who arguably doesn't work well with Wolani, and even then, just kicks it too fast, and the buff doesn't last long enough to get her full rotation.
Receive divinity.
And the other 2 are not really options. The first is Toma, and the other is Xinyan, which Xinyan. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you're a Pyro character and you provide a shield, you're probably gonna be shit. I mean, those 2 have kind of just shown that.
Yeah.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Am I gonna keep playing the game? Yeah, sure. I'll probably keep playing and trying these new characters. I'm not gonna talk too much shit about it, and I don't really care about the whole quote controversy. Like, Natlan characters aren't dark. They're pretty much like fantasy Brazilian. I don't care. No one with a brain cares. You care, you're stupid.
I'll go easy with feeling
That's
spiffy.
pretty much all I got to say about that subject. People are the way they are. If you have a problem with them, you don't deserve them.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your
This is
strength.
true for both fictional characters and real life.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking asshole.
Really am curious how I'm gonna keep adventuring in Bay.
I mean, I was just watching this and like, dude, most of your characters are single target. What are you gonna do when he pulls out the dice, bro?
Here's my rebuttal. Make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm gonna bring out the blinky. That's what I'm gonna do. Bam.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Just make sure I have a Roach's ult ready to at least have that AoE option available.
Oh, right. The lore for Natlan. The lore for Natlan is actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie about it. It's kind of neat. It's nice. And the companion for the start of Natlan. Well, for starters, I would rather not have a fucking companion for once. Like, I'm so sick of it. Like, does anyone remember the fucking genie? Anybody at all?
The racist
No.
genie.
The racist fucking
Lend
genie.
me your strength.
Does anyone care about those stupid fucking bird people? Does anyone use that summon anymore? Like, have it around as a pet?
Nope.
I don't understand why they... Oh, well, he did the thing.
Watch this.
There's no reason.
I hit the other one.
With the force snake knife.
I win.
Deadlock.
Alright, I guess I just pop this for now.
I do also like that technically dragons were around, but they disappeared. And now all the dinosaurs that are around are essentially ancestors to the dragons. Although it's implied that the dragons could return. Though that said, I really don't like
There's always a way. Lend me
how
your
the
strength.
story got bipolar. Like, the first arc is over, and the tournament arc is over, and then all of a sudden Cappuccino shows up and tries to fuck shit up. Then the story goes, oh no, Vegeta fucking died. We gotta go to the underworld and get her back.
We've entered the storm.
And then we do that. And then,
guard and
like,
defend.
Moalani fuses with her ancestor, and now she learns the history of the entire of her people. And turns out, the Fire Archon knew all this shit. But it's like, oh, this is destiny, and I know everyone that's supposed to be involved. And everybody's immediately asked, why don't we get them involved? But if I get involved and I tell them immediately, it probably won't happen, so my hands are tied. So why even bother telling us, bro?
Hey, Lucky Locha. Let's get this one. Nope.
No.
Never mind. What about you? Hey!
Let's play for a while.
That's 3. No, that's 2.
Let's go
Sparkle,
with this
please.
one to be fair. Perfect.
So only Brony gets clapped.
That's fair. Alright,
There's no
we'll
reason
pop this
those
down.
loaded gun.
And then we do that shit. And
Eternal
now,
slither.
and
Return.
the moment we get back, that like the Power Archon's just like, okay, that's great. Kikita's back. That's fantastic, and I'm glad you're safe and we're having this happy moment. By the way, the fucking Natlan's gonna get destroyed, and I kind of need you to fucking man the fuck up. I need you to step the fuck up, otherwise we're all gonna die. And it's like, bro, what the fuck?
Let's play.
Yeah.
There are chosen ones, and I need you to get them. By the way, Trapper, I need you to be a chosen one as well. Motherfucker, I'm not even from here. We're gonna keep the system and put you in here.
We all gotta cheat the system.
I'm taking the piss from the story, but that's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
Lend me your strength.
Am I saying the story's bad? No. For the most part, no. Side story with Molani was actually nice. It was a nice little short story with an NPC that is somewhat likable. And
Receive divinity.
Your assistance is timely.
And it actually brings back something that we learned all the way back in Mondstadt, which is fucking crazy to me. You're gonna die.
If the field's up, it should be fine.
If Boot Hill, well, that's lucky. If Boot Hill doesn't get that 5, you're probably clapped.
We heal.
Stand still.
Let's just
Thank God for
grab
Loki.
this.
Does that even make a difference?
Hey.
Okay, you're good. Anyway. Oh,
That's
right.
fine.
In terms of how quests are done, it's fucking fantastic that they finally decided to actually give us compensation to do the story the moment it comes out. Thank fucking God. It's about time.
Yeah.
Character quest gives you a couple primo gems and materials for the 5-star character in question, which is how it should be. And the Archon quest gives you 500 fucking primo gems. That's great, because now you have no fucking reason to not immediately do the story.
Crush them.
You can't just sit on it and then cry, "Oh no, I don't want to play the game." Why the fuck are you playing the game?
Okay, that's just fucking.
Wow. You're dead.
That completely ruined any opportunity for a 3-star clear.
You're dead. I would just restart the challenge.
There's no reason with those with the loaded gun.
That's so unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. We're gonna try that again.
Bad screen to stop on. It just kind of processed for a moment.
Show your
Like, Natlan overall is pretty good. It's pretty good. Do I think it had a better hook at the start than Fontaine? No, actually. And that's for a couple reasons. While the Pirate Archon is super cool, Farina was interesting in the way that he was a mischievous little gremlin.
Let's duel.
But you didn't know what the fuck was going on, really. No one really knew what the fuck was going on.
Waiting in line for a bullet. Bring it on.
And everybody was trying to figure out what was happening. Whereas this time, I have the annoyance of the Pirate Archon knowing exactly what's going on, but not doing anything about it.
No reasoning with you.
And the captain just kind of showing up, having a DBZ fight for the sake of having a DBZ.
Loaded gun.
Yep.
Dig a little grave.
Don't get me wrong, it was a fantastic fight. But one, I'm not going to be able to do that in game, so why even show me that shit?
Haven't eaten.
And two, what the fuck was the point?
Let's duel. Time's up.
And it ends on a hook.
On my mark. Here stands the Silvermane Guard.
That was kind of unnecessary,
Lend me your strength.
frankly.
Bring it on.
Oh, and the Pirate Archon. The Pirate Archon was pretty cool.
Let's
He's a cool person. we get a good idea of her personality, and he does reveal a couple things about herself, like the fact that yes, she's the Power Archon, and technically she's human.
There's no reason.
But he doesn't explain why she's the Power Archon and it's been around for as long as she fucking has. And it's later revealed that she's been around for a very long time because an ancestor
Battle is unavoidable.
an ancestor saw her and it was the exact same fucking person. So that gives leads to a couple questions.
Enemy.
So that's going to be interesting to look at. I'm looking forward to seeing more things she does, and I'm really fucking hoping that we see a fucking dragon, an actual goddamn dragon, please.
Bring it on.
None of this side bullshit. We haven't seen a proper fucking dragon since Mondstadt, and that's the shittiest weekly boss in the game.
No reason if you put those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
I'm not talking about fucking Shimu's like dog shit boss fight of a dragon. Quote unquote.
For a bullet.
I'm not talking about Nuvalet. As much as I love my judge, man, I want a fucking dragon, bro.
To guard and defend.
This is the land of dragons. Give me a fucking boss fight with an actual dragon, please.
Too bad you got the Dragon Spine one, but now it's chibi. And it looks like something straight out of Dragon Tales.
Can we not talk about that? I'm trying not to compare I'm really trying not to compare fucking Natlin to Monster Rancher. Fucking Pokemon.
Time's up.
We literally got our own little fucking Pokemon walking around with us that we name ourselves.
Feeling spiffy?
Nothing major. Those with the
Alright,
loaded
can I keep this?
grave.
Cool.
Eternal sleep. The dead return. Receive divinity.
Thank you.
Repay.
I guess I can take this time to ask.
Let's duel.
This battle is
Yes.
unavoidable.
Talk about ZZZ and
So-
For this.
having any idea of what to upload on it.
Lend me
Well, I
your
mean,
strength.
there's plenty of content. Like, for instance, the Shiyu defense just reset. You can do that.
Yeah, I didn't do
We'll
it.
give-
Never mind. I didn't do it. I guess I could do it.
We'll give you guys
Wow.
we'll give you guys a couple days to decide on that. Just tell this fucker to do Shiyu defense, and he'll fucking do a video on it. How about that? But aside from that, ZZZ is pretty fucking.
Lend me your
awesome. I'm enjoying it a lot.
All of you stand still. Bring
Yeah.
He got JG,
To guard and defend.
got her fucking engine. God damn you for that.
Play. Can you find the answer?
He's using her ever since. He has he fully built his first team for the most part.
Yeah.
Ellen, JG, and Shikaku.
Let's duel.
It's
He's working on
Chingwei,
Lycra.
not Jeju. That's Wuthering Waves.
You're right.
And we're gonna talk about that game too in a bit.
Look, bro,
Divinity. I'm guessing that was repay.
we're talking about a lot of things,
Lend me your strength.
and you're almost done here, bro.
Almost for like a quarter of the way done.
Anyway, he's basically done with his main team. He's just working on a second team. His second team,
The loaded gun.
I think,
Dig their own grave.
it's gonna be like fucking physical, isn't it?
This battle is unavoidable.
If I don't get Jane though, it'll be my second like DPS. Then I'll have to settle with a Cope Piper.
Cole Piper, bitch! I take offense to that. Take that back.
Like, what the fuck is she gonna do?
Spin the fucking wind, bitch.
Eh,
Bitch, you clearly don't know the way of Garen.
Waiting in line. Let's duel.
damn it.
Whatever. Anyway,
Find the
the
answer.
thing, the point is that Zenzo Zero, Sky's actually gotten a good knack for it now. He's
fuck
actually
off.
he's kind of enjoying himself now. Now,
There's no
the question is, do you
God
guys
damn it.
want to see him play Zenless Zone Zero? That's the question. Because
Whatever, give me my old back.
There's
we
no
can do
reason
content on
to
that.
load gun.
It'll probably be a lot shorter than this shit.
Great.
Zenless Zone Zero
You chose
is a
the
lot
dead.
faster paced than Genshin and Star Realm.
Eternal slip.
The dead return!
I don't think I should have
But-
done that, but whatever.
But I think that's probably for the best.
I'm guessing that wasn't
The story for Zenless Zone Zero is pretty good too. I think we can agree that Jane Doe story wasn't bad at all, actually.
I'll go easy this time.
Yeah.
You'll
Like overall, it was pretty good. It was nice to switch perspectives and have a story play out without the fucking player character's influence whatsoever. It gives the world more credence and things go happen without our knowledge or our influence whatsoever, which is always nice.
This battle
Man.
is unavoidable.
Were you? Nope. Never mind.
Fuck you.
Nope.
Fuck!
It's all or nothing!
Here it comes.
haven't eaten yet.
Feeling spiffy?
Boost them up.
Receive divinity.
I'm guessing that wasn't free.
You'll pay for that. Lend
Me
your
personally,
strength.
I'm probably gonna do like one, maybe 2 10 rolls in Jane. If I get her, great.
We've entered the
If
storm.
not, whatever. Because I already leveled Piper,
guard and defend.
right? So there's literally no
There's
real,
no those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own
no skin off my nose if I don't get the rat.
Dead return!
I don't really care about her design. If she had a skin or she had her office outfit, I'd be on that shit like white on rice.
All these
But that's not the case. So,
let's settle this.
Bernice, Caesar, both look cool. Well, Caesar.
Lend me your
I'm not into Bernice, but
Waiting in line for
Pyro Anomaly,
There's your
I could probably fuck with it. Flamethrowers I could fuck with. But the thing is that I don't really care about Bernice's personality. I never liked the energetic girl. What about you? Because you haven't said shit. You're focusing on getting your ass fucked by RNG.
Unavoidable.
I don't think this is gonna work out.
Well, do you not see that 9, bitch? You're clapped.
all of you stand still.
This is so unfair.
You're clapped, brother. Eat shit.
And it's done. Alright.
Get clapped. So,
Guess
let's
who
wait.
decided to
Show
show
your Watch this.
Entering my most disliked boss in MoC.
I think a lot of people will agree with you there simply because he's RNG for both his and your benefit. Also, he kind of enforces AoE, and this is a no, this is not mostly. Every single person doesn't have an AoE on this team. You're fucked if he decides to hit you with the dice with a high number.
Let's duel.
Go for you first.
Let's. Can you find?
Anyway,
ways?
your thoughts on Caesar and Bernice?
Caesar, she's
Lend me your
defense,
strength.
and defense in Z is pretty much overall mid in terms of
Guard and defend.
a class,
Crush
so
them.
I think that's kind of unfair to say, though, simply because, like, the only point of reference that we have currently until, like, 2 days from now is, Ben. And Ben only works with Kalita, frankly.
and then
Well, overall. And Seth hasn't come out yet, and the only real reference we have is the
Bring it
fucking
on.
quest line.
Time's up.
I mean, who knows? Seth could surprise people. Hell, Caesar could surprise
Let's
people.
duel. There's your reward. I'll see you off.
Overall, though, I'm more interested in just being able to level Bond with Lucy and Piper next pack. If I get either of the fucking S ranks, that's great and all that,
Bring it
but
on. Time's up.
if not,
There's
what
no
the fuck
reason
ever.
those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own grave.
There's also that hilarious bug that happened, that showed up like yesterday, where Bernie shows
You'll
up
pay for
in
this. Lend
the
me your
PubSec
strength.
event, and
Waiting in line for a
her head model isn't properly rendered. which is fucking wild.
Enter the storm.
Welfare bitches
To guard and
actually
defend.
win this time
Crush
because
them.
the only way to fix that bug if it shows up for you is to lower your graphics to fucking low, which is wild to me.
You chose
Yeah.
the wrong enemy.
Funniest shit ever.
Receive divinity.
Oh, that said, events in Zenless. A lot of them are boring or super simplistic. I think the most
Lend me your strength.
effort put in event in the game
Motherfucker.
was
Well,
the
I
Golden
fucked that
Week,
up.
Like that, huh?
but it overall I wasn't bad. I fucked with that music hard.
Yeah, I'm not taking that.
Sky doesn't know what I'm talking about because he has the game on mute basically,
Let's wait.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah, I
Or
don't
ra-
want to talk about that.
or rather he has the game music turned down so he doesn't hear the music. Hell, and yes, he played the rhythm games without the fucking rhythm. The fucking weirdo. Anyway, you were saying?
I'm guessing that wasn't.
The game is on.
Are you done talking about ZZ?
Feelings.
For the most part, yeah. Let's go to Wuthering Waves.
Bring it
Yeah.
on.
So
Lend me your strength.
I've moved out of being an encore main, and I'm starting to like
Let's do
branch out to my other characters that I've rolled, like
There's no reason to
Yinlin,
punch anymore.
Elcharo, my Changli and Jinshi. I got Jeji as well.
Because this motherfucker's a luck shitter who just decided I'm gonna get JG and then immediately got her.
Yeah.
Did you get the weapon as well?
No.
Okay.
I'll see you off.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have no fucking weapons for, like, I had to go out of my way to craft a 4-star weapon that wasn't really that good for her to begin with.
Okay, so I'm just gonna point this out right now. That's the major problem that I have with Wuthering Waves, and it was true for Punishing Grey Raven as well. Weapon selection outside of the 5 stars is fucking horrible. It's actually goddamn horrible.
Let's duel.
Like, there's only like a small selection of weapons that are actually somewhat decent. For Catalyst,
Loaded gun.
you're coping. You're hard coping.
Yeah.
Unless you manage to luck shit a keeper. You get the battle pass Catalyst. Or what is it? A Rectifier?
Yeah.
A Rectifier?
Rectifier.
Bring it on.
Rectifier. Is either I'm calling it a Catalyst, fuck you.
Lend me your
You either luck shit the keeper, which is gotcha only.
Time's up.
You pay $10 for the battle pass and get the catalyst,
Crush
or you get the 5-star weapon.
Eternal slip.
Otherwise, fuck you. If you're an encore main, you're either getting String Master or you eat shit. And that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, that's
You
not
chose
true.
the wrong end.
Toxic Ripples is actually pretty good. You just don't get crit.
Let's duel.
If anything, I think the most well-off weapon is probably swords and guns.
You'll pay for lend me your strength.
No.
Live for a bullet.
Gauntlets are fucked too, because like, I can't think of a fucking gauntlet that's halfway decent.
Did that hurt? Feelings.
But that's because like, no one uses gauntlets. What, like, who the fuck uses gauntlets in this game? The upcoming electro DPS that everyone's gonna get for free.
Resistance is turned
Yeah.
Yao Yu, who is dog shit. Who's dog shit and scales with defense, so what the fuck?
There's no
And
the loaded gun.
Jie Jin,
Great.
who, while an all-rounder, is confused as fuck in terms of what she wants to be.
This battle.
And most builds recommend you get a fucking gauntlet that is actually fucking useless. But the reason you get them is so he can buff everybody with the 4-piece healer set, because every time you auto something, you heal yourself slightly, and that triggers the passive, which is cope.
You'll
Yeah.
pay for this. Lend me your strength.
4-star options
Inventor
in
the storm.
Wuthering Waves is actually
Guard and defend.
fucking off.
Crush them.
All you stand. There's no those
That
with
aside,
loaded
I
gun.
think everything else is fairly balanced, I
You
guess.
chose the wrong.
I guess. Like, leveling characters is pain, right? But with proper management, it's not too big. I think the most painful thing is
You find the answer.
gathering forgery
always a weakness.
forgery
Lend
items
me your
because of the drop rate is so fucking
Let's
low.
duel.
And the shortage of shell credits.
The shortage of shell credits is also a major problem, along with
Eternal
tuners
sleep.
and
Dead return.
experience for echoes. Because the only way to get
Feeling
echoes,
spiffy?
echo fodder, at a reasonable pace, is to do tacit fields. But tacit fields are actually awful for fucking
Guessing that wasn't free.
stamina usage, right? Because it's fucking 60 for a run.
All these
Yeah.
dudes, bring it
That's the
on.
exact same price for a goddamn boss. That makes no sense.
Gun. Those particular great.
Let's play
Along
for
with
a
that,
while.
shell credits. You go through shell credits so goddamn fast in this game. And that's literally because of one fucking reason.
Waiting live for a bullet.
Ah,
You pay
bitch.
for everything. You pay to level your characters. You pay to level your weapon. You pay to level your fucking echoes. You pay to tune your echoes, which makes no goddamn
Guessing
sense.
that wasn't free.
Yeah.
Let's duel.
And it's not enough.
This
It's
battle
not.
is
It's not enough.
unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Also, another issue with the game is the simple
We've
fact
entered the
that
storm.
like there's actually no reason to
guard
go
and
around
defend.
just
Crush
randomly
them.
killing shit at one
Eternal
point.
sleep.
Dead
After a point, simply because
Time's up.
you'll have pretty much everything you need at some point. And also, it's tiring just going around the world killing specific enemies for a potential echo drop. I know this patch recently gave items, food items that upgrade drop rates, but Sky and I went on a fucking killing spree for human enemies for weapon materials. It wasn't that good.
Lend me your strength.
Yeah.
Waiting in
We
line.
didn't do it with echoes, granted, and we'll probably do that later. But I'm not expecting too much.
Me neither. Not like I need like new echoes to farm.
Same, but that's mostly because like all the characters I care about are level.
Yeah.
There's no power like teamwork.
This battle is unavoidable.
Like, would I like to level the Yang Yang? Sure. Would I like to level Dengjin? Yeah. But the thing is, that's so fucking expensive. So why the fuck would I ever do it? And I'm never leveling that fuckboy Tiger Boy. That you can get bent with that.
I'm just gonna go do this just in case. 3? Never mind.
No.
You chose the wrong.
It was a waste.
Holy shit, you fuck. Clapped, idiot.
Nothing major.
Oh my god. Heal him!
Lend me your
Cleanse.
strength.
Bring it on.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Yeah, let's see if we can actually
I'll
live.
see you off.
Let's go cleanse
Receive
Sparkle,
divinity.
sure.
Can you find the
Get some
answer?
skill points going.
Feeling
Oh,
spiffy?
right. Opinions on the story for
Ah,
the latest patch.
motherfucker.
Whoa.
Eternal
There we go.
sleep.
Go, 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 go.
Return.
Thoughts on the story for Wuthering Waves?
It's the story of Wuthering Waves.
The latest event, asshole.
You'll pay for this.
No clue, really.
Motherfucker, you were literally gushing about
You
JG
chose
near
the
the
wrong
end. The
enemy.
fuck?
That's pretty much it, actually.
I mean, granted, JG is an absolute beauty. Even I'll say that, and I don't really care about it that much. I never really care about the Sky Girl. And I will say that oh my
fucking
god!
Christ, man.
Battle is unavoidable.
Actually, so
Every time we-
ass.
Every time we do a fucking Honkai Star Rail video and you record it, you get your ass just handed to you, brother.
Show your
But hey, just more content for the people.
This is true. It's also giving us more time to talk about shit.
Yeah.
I think overall, the event story was halfway decent, although the actual event can kiss my ass. And that's partially because of a couple things. First of all, like,
Game is on.
it doesn't really tell you that much. Or rather, doesn't tell you much about how to go about things. It doesn't tell you that you can go to the festival daily and get free echoes.
Still, bring it on.
Which, by the way, if you didn't know that, there you go. Do that every other day if you want free echoes.
Guard and defend.
It doesn't tell you if you do to do JG's quest, so you get another fucking stall to go to for free shit.
It's funny.
Which is actually-
I realize I haven't been doing that for the past few days. Not like it fucking
Because they don't want to
matters.
waste your time with it.
Yeah.
Let's play for a while. Feeling spiffy?
It has the same issue as Genshin Impact. Once you log in, you just want to get your resin burnt as soon as possible so you can go to the next game to the grave.
Can you find
Yeah.
the answer?
Which is another fucking issue with Wuthering Waves, but I didn't feel like I needed to address it because it shares the same gameplay model as Genshin to a point, so it has the same issue.
I'll see you off.
I will say, however, that the combat in Wuthering Waves is more intricate than Genshin. Hell, like Sky and I have two built teams each, right? We can't fully clear the Tower of Adversity. I can't say, so at least I can't say that I've beaten the
I'll go
game.
easy this time.
Not yet.
Yeah.
All you stand
I
still.
probably would like to do a Tower of Adversity video just to like
There's no
try
reasoning with you bunch anymore.
and
I
see
mean,
what
and
that's like.
Those with a loaded gun.
Granted, the gameplay loop for Wuthering Waves is more intricate than Genshin, so it'd be a little bit more interesting to watch than Genshin by comparison. Not only that, the way the system is set up, you're forced to use different characters, so you need to level other characters.
Yeah.
Which is actually, like, in hindsight, I thought it was bullshit, but
Still.
it's actually kind of genius in my opinion.
Can you find
Because
the
you can't
answer?
just use the same busted characters over and over again. You can't just rely on Verena all fucking day long. Because let's be real, if that rule wasn't there, you would do it. You would!
We've entered the storm.
On that note, thank fucking
To
God
guard
we're
and
getting
defend.
another 5-star.
Great.
Shorekeeper can't show up soon enough.
Yeah.
Let's play for a while.
Okay, so we did Genshin. We did,
Receive divinity. I'm guessing that was
Zenless,
eternal
we
sleep.
did Waves. We already talked about Star Rail in another video. There's no reason to
Waiting in
repeat
line
that.
for a bullet.
Not much has changed, and neither of us have rolled for that
Gun. Those who dig
box.
grave.
Yeah.
Fei Xiao?
Yeah, I believe that's his name.
No. That's not his. That's not his name. That's the hot. That's the fucking hot
All these
soldier
stands
girl without a tail.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Yeah, not like it matters.
Not really, especially if you have Acheron. Sorry about that. Anyway,
I'll go easy this
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip Phaeton and go for Robin, me personally.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised to hear you say that, frankly, because you hard skipped her the first time.
Hard skip her the first time. What? She hasn't even... Oh,
No,
Freeman
you-
Robin.
You skipped Robin.
Bring it
I think I did try to get her.
You tried to get her like lightly. You did like
Can
one or
you
two
find the
tempos, and
answer?
that said, nope, didn't get her.
There's
Okay,
no
moving on.
those with the loaded
Yeah.
gun.
But that's because like another character was coming out that you wanted.
Lend
Yeah.
me your strength.
Me personally, I'm gonna go for Fei Xiao, and if that doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
I'll see you off.
Because honestly, from what I've seen, she's basically a wind version of Acheron, and I don't need to do that shit again.
There's your reward.
There's always a weakness.
Yes, she's hot, but she doesn't have a fluffy tail, so I'll
Lend me your
live.
strength.
But I'll tell you what, if you
We've
manage to
entered the
luck
storm.
shit like
To guard and defend.
fucking Robin in 20 rolls, 20 to 30 rolls, I will try to get Topaz. How about that?
Damn.
I'll go easy this time.
I am that confident that you'll get fucked.
Feeling spiffy?
There's your reward. Those
And if you
with the
do
loaded gun.
get her relatively early, really early, I will be the ass rolling for ass. Fitting.
Just try not to get a headache.
This battle is unavoidable.
I mean, that will be a boon in my opinion. Yeah, that will be a boon for me, frankly, because like every time I have a headache, that's when I get a really good luck. I don't know how the fuck that works.
This is accurate lore, by the way.
I mean, for context, I actually hate the IPC. I don't, and I get they're trying to they made them sympathetic and they have reasons for what they do. I just have a fucking problem for
Fuck. Let's go.
I just
Alright.
have problems for what they represent, and I've had issues with
Lend me your strength.
Waiting in line for
companies very similar to what they represent. Let's go with that. I'm not gonna go into personal detail, but let's just leave it at that. I have a problem with the IPC. The only character from the IPC I would willingly roll for is Wuthering, and that's literally because like
Yeah, we'll
he's
hold on
a
to that
good
heal.
Let's duel.
and that's literally because like he's actually kind of interesting
Wow,
with his moral
okay.
dilemma.
Do I pop it?
Also, I'm not gonna lie, he looks fucking dapper
Perfect.
as shit in his hat.
Receive divinity.
Meanwhile, Topaz is just Numby, and I don't care about that stupid fucking
To
thing.
guard
So.
and defend. Crush them.
And while I am an ass man, I'm good, bro.
There's no read those with a loaded gun.
I'm not in the pigsty.
You chose the wrong end.
Alright,
I talk too much shit about. I talk too much shit about waifus,
Strength.
bro. Someone's gonna come after me.
Bring it on.
Yeah, we're pretty much underground. You just
Time's up.
fit your takes.
I mean, that's what I've been doing all day. That's what I've been doing all video, bro. While you're getting your butt teeth violated by this dice man.
All of you stand still. Let's duel.
Right now, it seems like we're doing some work.
Oh yeah, you have 2 turns.
And
Fuck.
alright, so let's figure this
Number
out.
7. Fuck.
Nope.
I'll see you off.
This battle is
God
unavoidable.
damn it.
Okay. Your boot hill is the most sensitive here. He has to hit 7.
Eternal slip. The dead return.
He has a defense body too. He ain't living.
Lend
Bring
me
him
your
up again.
You chose the wrong enemy. Receive
Then
divinity.
do this.
Guessing that was
Pop the field. Then. What are the chances this rolls a 7? Yeah,
No.
There's
no.
no reasoning with you.
I'm taking my chances.
Those who dig their own grave.
Hey!
Wow.
It's all or nothing!
Live.
Nothing bloom.
Alright, perfect.
Thanks, Locha.
Bring it on. I'll see you off.
Tearing that leg. Waffle is just straight up better than Locha in every regard.
I wouldn't go that far.
Feeling spiffy?
I would argue that Hoa is better for teams who want to
Oh my
use
god.
their ultimates a lot and are relatively fast. Loki, on the other hand, is really good for keeping your team alive regardless of speed.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
He's also more offensive than Hoa, simply because her ult doesn't do damage, his does.
Alright.
One could argue that he's more SP friendly than Hoa, although that disappears if Hoa has E1. Frankly speaking, none of that shit really matters to me. I rolled Hoa
Lend me
simply
your
because
strength.
I like looking at
This could be big brain as fuck.
Go for it. Impress me.
Hey.
That was literally
Eternal
RNG.
dead
So I'm so
return.
fucking sick.
Let's take this dub.
It's all or nothing!
I just need this man to be broken.
Your assistance is timely.
Hey,
This is the last cycle. So help me
Cannot
God.
break me.
receive divinity.
There's no power like team feeling spiffy.
All of you stand still.
This is not gonna work, man.
Can you find the
Let's just
answer?
push it.
There's no those with a loaded gun. Those who dig their own
Nope.
grave.
Please. Oh, thank God. We can do this. There's a chance.
We've entered the storm.
Get him!
To guard and defend.
This is
Shut him down,
GG.
boy!
There's your reward.
Did that.
All right, we still have the memory
Time's up.
thing. If this ain't during, yeah, kill it.
Let's go!
Easy fucking clap.
Woo!
Oh Jesus, fuck you. Oh, I only had one cycle to spare. Oh well.
Yeah.
I got worried for nothing then.
No, like, you got confused with how the fucking turn symbols were showing.
Oh well. I had fun though.
I mean, like I said, Star Rail is actually fun. Is actually pretty fun compared to Genshin, where it's not fun at all, and you're just doing a giant chore.
Hot take. If I wasn't as much of a big spender during the early days of Genshin, and I had like less like resources to go around, I probably would have a better time with like using the shit I had to do the hard stuff, like how I am with Star Rail. But since I do have all the broken stuff, because I've spent some money, it just doesn't feel the same.
I mean, it's basically true for any game. If you have an option, if you have a nuclear option, and there's no downside to using the nuclear option, why wouldn't you just use the nuclear option all the time?
Granted, I did stop spending money on Genshin since a little before Fontaine began, so
Yeah.
but still, I still was pretty fucking loaded in terms of the other shit I had. I just got very crazy lucky with getting Farina, Novelette, Arlecchino, and their fucking artifacts to be the way they are and have them do so much damage.
It doesn't really help that there was a huge time period between each of those characters besides Nublet and Farina. And he didn't really roll outside of that, besides like characters he wanted on a whim, like Nilo for some godforsaken reason.
But,
so, yeah.
Yeah, this has been the MoC slash podcast slash channel update mix up. Whatever you want to say, leave it in the comments and I'll read it and respond.
Please tell this bitch to do Zenless Zone Zero so you can watch him get his ass
give me recommendations on what videos I should do, because that's pretty much what it is. I'm out of like video ideas.
Yeah, like video ideas. If you like,
maybe
whatever
like
you
actually like branch out into like actual like full games and just play those.
Oh God.
Maybe some Elden Ring to like start off this channel.
Motherfucker, you need a better computer before that shit happens.
I don't know.
But
I definitely can't run those fucking Wukong. That's a fact.
Look, man, I've been playing Wukong. You would have a horrible time. And that's not to say the bad.
Or in terms of difficulty in gameplay.
Yes.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
I mean, like, the game is pretty challenging. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's actually a really good time. But I'm just gonna warn you right now that the opening cutscene would murder your fucking computer.
Yeah, I can see it.
Anyway, I guess we've made this long enough. See you guys later in the next one.
Yep.